Hello, students. Today's topic is Coelenterata, Part 3. आज हम Coelenterata के बारे में डिस्कस करेंगे और हमें जैसा कि मालूम है कि ये मल्टी सेलुलर ऑर्गेनिजम्स होते हैं और इसका सबसे अच्छा उदाहरण ओबिलिया है। ओबिलिया एक कॉलोनी में होता है जिसमें पॉलिप्स और मेड्यूसा फेजेस पाई जाती हैं। ये हम जस्ट पीछे से इसको रिकॉल कर रहे हैं। हाँ, और इस टॉपिक को स्टार्ट करने से पहले I would like to introduce myself. I am Dr. Preeti Mathur, Associate Professor, Department of Zoology, SPC, Government College, Ajmer. The radius bisecting two per radii is called interradius, 4 in number, and that bisecting per radius and adjacent interradius is termed as adradius. इसमें 8 numbers होते हैं. The tentacles present at the end of these radii are named accordingly, such as per-radial tentacles, interradial tentacles, and so on. Whole system of canals is lined by inner layer of gastrodermis, and both the exumbellar and subumbellar surfaces are covered by epidermis. In this slide, nervous system consists of two diffuse nerve nets which are concentrated around the margins of the umbrella and form two circular nerve rings. आप डायग्राम देख रहे हैं, वो भी देखिए आप. 8 receptor organs called statocysts are present at the bases of adradial tentacles. These are the organs of balance, muscular coordination, and equilibrium. Medusa possesses 4 gonads on the subumbellar surface. These are per-radial in position, and each of these is present in the middle of each radial canal. These are dioecious. Male and female medusa are separate individuals. So, now viewers, this is the clear diagram and the lateral view of a medusa. इससे पिछली वाली स्लाइड में आपको मैंने व्यू दिखाया था एक. अब ये है साइड से, लेटरल साइड से व्यू है मेड्यूसा का. It is very transparent and you can read the labeling, see the adhesive pad over here. Then there is radial canal, then there are gonads present and the tentacles are present in front. So in down labeling you can see statocyst is labeled. It is situated in the middle, upper side, and there is a velum and manubrium. Then circular canals are also seen. Locomotion in obelia. Movement in polyps. The polypoid colony of obelia is sessile and attached to the substratum. It does not move from place to place. However, polyps exhibit certain movements under the force of water currents due to the presence of annuli in the perisarc. The polyps can also undergo contraction and extension because of the presence of longitudinal and circular muscles in their body wall. So in medusa, locomotion in medusa, hydropropulsion medusa are free swimming forms. They generally swim in the water by jet propulsion method. The contraction and expansion of bell muscles alternatively closes and opens the bell, which forces water out of the subumbellar cavity downwards and propels the body in upward direction. The contraction of the epidermal muscle tails of subumbellar surface helps in the closure of the bell cavity, while the opening of the bell is brought about by elastic mesoglia and contraction of the muscle tail in the middle of upper surface. This kind of jet propulsion method is called hydropropulsion. Passive drifting. Medusa also drift and float passively in seawater under the force of strong water currents and wind. Thick mesoglea of medusa provides them buoyancy and helps in floating. Nutrition in Obelia. Nutrition in polyps, the gastrozoids, are the nutritive zoids of the Obelia colony. They are primarily carnivorous and feed upon small crustaceans, tadpoles, worms, insect larvae, etc. The gastrozoids capture the food with the help of nematocysts present on the tentacles. The food is pushed into the gastrovascular cavity through the mouth, where the proteolytic enzymes secreted by the gastroendodermal gland cells partially digested the food. The semi-digested food is engulfed by the food vacuoles of the nutritive cells for complete digestion. Thus, digestion is both extracellular and intracellular. The digested products of the food are distributed throughout the body by cell to cell diffusion, helped by beating of flagella of gastrodermal cells. The gastrovascular cavity thus serving for both digestion and transportation of food. The undigested food material digested is digested through the mouth of the gastrozoids. Nutrition in medusa. The process of feeding in medusa is similar to that in polyps. Medusa is strictly carnivorous and captures food with the help of tentacles beset with the nematocysts. As in polyps, the food is digested both extracellularly and intracellularly, but exclusively in stomach. The digested food is distributed to whole body through the network of radial and circular canals present in the medusa. Respiration in Obelia. Obelia does not have any respiratory organs, and the gas exchange takes place by diffusion through the general body surface. Oxygen diffuses directly from the surrounding water into the epidermal cells, and carbon dioxide is diffused out. The diffusion of gases can also take place during circulation of water in the gastrovascular cavity of polyp or medusa, as there is a continuous influx of water. Here, exchange of gases take place between water and the gastrodermal cells, from where oxygen diffuses to each cells of Obelia. Excretion and osmoregulation in Obelia. Obelia does not have special excretory or osmoregulatory organs. It excretes nitrogenous waste in the form of ammonia that diffuses through the body wall. Excess water is thrown out of the gastrovascular cavity through the mouth. Thus, mouth being the single opening functions as a contractile vacuole also. I stop here, students, and thanking you for patiently hearing my words. I again repeat my name. My name is Dr. Preeti Mathur, Associate Professor, Department of Zoology, SPC Government College, Ajmer.